Hey, ladies, it's episode 74 on the Health, Life, and More for Women podcast, and I'm really excited about this episode. I'm taking something that I used to do with my kids when they were really little, and I'm showing you how it really works as we approach our own thoughts. I promise. It'll make sense. Let's dive in.
Welcome to the Health, Life, and More for Women podcast with certified life coach, mom of four, and just all-around lover of all things 80s, your host, Jennifer D'Amato. Buckle in. Let's get started.
Now, before I really dive into everything, I just need to acknowledge the fact that I still have this lingering runny nose thing. I have been putting off recording episodes for a while. I have not been able to get in my fancy schmancy closet studio and record episodes because I just haven't felt well and figured y'all didn't need to hear me sniffling or sneezing and and all of that. So here I am. It's actually a pretty chilly Saturday morning, and I am sitting in my closet with a sweater on, warm coffee in my belly, and feeling a little better. I may have to pause here and there to, take care of business, but I'm glad to be back recording on the podcast because this particular episode's actually been on my mind for a long time. Let me give you some background here. When my kids were little, and you may not know this, but we had kids on average every 2 years. We have 4 daughters, and the first 2 are 19 months apart. The second 2 are 2 years and 10 days, and the last 2 are 2.5 years. So there was a season where I felt like our house, I would call it Toys R Us. And it's not that we were buying all of these things for our kids. It's not like we were in any way, I thought, overbuying or overindulging, or I don't know that word, spoiling them. But let me tell you, grandparents don't follow the same rules as parents. So I feel like we always had so much stuff. They had so many toys. And, when they're little, those toys are freaking everywhere. And there's, little balls, little stuffed animals. Oh my gosh, the kitchen set, full of stuff. If you're a mom listening to this, you know what I mean. If you've been through that toddler toy season, you're like, oh my gosh, it's everywhere. I could remember distinctly looking at my husband and being like, I just wish the toy room had a door. And we honestly didn't move into a house really where the toy room had a door until our kids didn't really have a toy room for very long. So anyway, this method I created, and these things kind of just happened when my kids were little, that terminology just came up. I don't think I've shared on here the the tidbit lunch. It was this creation. It came from, I didn't go to the grocery store. We really don't have anything for lunch for these kids. What am I going to do? I grabbed a bunch of different things, from the refrigerator, from the pantry. I mean, we might have had one apple left, right? So sliced up apple, a few pieces of lunch meat, some pieces of cheese, some crackers, whatever I could find. And I put it on this cute platter, called it Tidbit Lunch. And my kids thought I was a freaking genius. Mom, can we have Tidbit Lunch today? They had no idea that the reason that happened was because I didn't get to the grocery store. But it became a thing. And actually to this day, they're so open to, I don't know, this hodgepodge of putting stuff together, whatever we have in those instances. Well, this basket cleaning, this concept kind of created the same way. Toys everywhere. And little toys, big toys, there's everything everywhere. I can still close my eyes and picture it was our, family room, TV, couch, and we had this built-in desk. And that's where the toys were. That's the only space we had in that house. They were just everywhere. And I felt like that overwhelmed feeling at night. I hated going to bed with toys everywhere. Now, again, they were little. They were not, even anywhere close to an age where I'm just going to say the magic words, go clean up, and it happens. So I created it like a game. I would grab a laundry basket, and I told them to grab everything they could find as fast as they could, get it in the laundry basket. Girls were doing basket cleaning. And they went with it. We dumped everything in the basket. Now, there were times where I would just do the basket part, this part where you swoop through with the basket, everything that's out of place, you stick in the basket. And then the basket kind of goes in the center of the room and you say you take one thing at a time and you put it away. This worked like magic every time. Because think about that, these toddlers, these young children looking in the space that they have, there's literally stuff from one end of the room to the other. They've played with it all. And that feels overwhelming. I can remember one of my kiddos saying, I don't even know where to start. Me neither, kid. Me neither. So if we put everything in one space in this basket, then you grab one thing at a time and you can discern where does that one thing go. Well, it goes in the kitchen thing. It goes in this basket. It goes in this container. It goes in the trash. I don't know, whatever it was. This basket cleaning concept was gold when they were little. It's really interesting. When they got older, my older kids used this concept themselves. I'm pretty sure my oldest is the one that I can first remember, like she's like her mother. She likes to clean and organize and do all that. And she would grab a laundry basket when she was cleaning her room and throw everything in there and then put stuff away. Not that it was the same, like it wasn't toys and all that. It was just the way she saw, like put everything in one space and then she could decide, am I keeping this? Am I not? Am I, where does this go? Am I needing this? Do I not need it? It was amazing to me that this concept, this basket cleaning, was something she valued. It really did make cleaning easier. In my head, I still like this concept for cleaning, that if you've got a lot of stuff out, you just get everything in a basket and it's easier. It feels more manageable to put it away. So recently, I was reflecting on this concept, this basket cleaning. I don't know, I could have been sharing it with a new mom and, how well this works. And I started thinking about my thoughts and that I actually use this concept on my own thoughts. So I take my thoughts and I need to put them all in one space. Now, sometimes that looks like a dump journal, if you will, right? Like you literally just take everything you're thinking and you just write it all down. Wonderful concept. Doesn't work for me long term. I know there's people who like to do this every single night. They just literally dump every thought before they go to bed. This is kind of something I use like the basket cleaning. Oh, things have gotten way out of control. I need to take a look at my thoughts. So I'm going to put them in one space, write them all down. And then what I'm going to do is actually pick out the thoughts. I'm going to take them one at a time and look at them and say, where does this go? Does this thought serve me? Do I need this thought? Is this thought helpful? What do I want to do with this thought? This basket cleaning of your thoughts can be so helpful when you feel overwhelmed by your thoughts. This basket cleaning of your thoughts can be really helpful when you are trying to make a decision. Think about that. You have this big decision to make and you have a lot of thoughts about it, the pros, the cons, what could happen, what's happening right now, with having to think about this. And you put all those thoughts down. You put them all in one space. And then once they're all out, you can start going back. Okay, let's look at this one thought. What do I need to do with this thought? Do I need to keep this one here because I need more reflective time with it? I need to have it in the safe little cubby so I can pull it back out and go over it again? Or does this thought not serve me? Does this thought actually, is it making things worse for me? And it's really not even a true thought, and it needs to go. I need this thought to either be reframed, I need to see it differently, or I just need it to go. This idea of basket cleaning your thoughts can help you in so many situations. Whether you are trying to make a decision or you're overwhelmed with things going on. I mean, think about the year we've come off and you're still having a lot of thoughts about it and you need to put them all in one place and then go back through. I actually love this principle, this basket cleaning our thoughts, when I work with my clients on negative self-talk. You can actually grab my free ebook I have where I walk you through this process. I'm going to link that in the show notes. To overcome negative self-talk, we need to first see the talk. So it's this idea, this basket cleaning our thoughts. We're going to put all the thoughts down. We're going to put everything in one space, and then we're going to go back through the thoughts. We're going to clean them up. A lot of my clients will pick 2 or 3 out that they want to change. The thought is not serving them. The thought does not belong there. They don't want to put it back in a cubby. They don't want to completely throw it away because that doesn't help them see themselves differently, talk to themselves differently. They actually want to take the thought and reframe it. They want to change the thought and practice that. So you can work on the sentences you say to yourself about yourself using this concept, this basket cleaning your thoughts. Maybe you have a career change. Maybe you're considering moving. Maybe you're considering getting into a relationship. You're deciding, do we want to have kids? Do we want to have more kids? Whatever that is, you can use this concept of basket cleaning your thoughts. Now, you can also use it, like I said, at the end of the day. You can do a dump journal style where literally every thought you're having, you just let out. Now, at nighttime before bed, I wouldn't say is the best time to do the cleaning part. It's kind of like, okay, put everything in the basket, and tomorrow morning, after you've had a good night of sleep, we're going to come back to the basket and put everything away. That's what you would do here. If you need to evaluate those thoughts, there's something weighing on you, come back to it the next day when you've had that night of sleep, when you've been able to get some space from it. You can better discern, am I keeping this? Am I not? Sometimes we just need to see our thoughts. Now, I've created this journal. It's a daily journal, and it actually, part of what it does is helps you see your thoughts. It does start with gratitude. I am a big believer and love the research that's done on practicing gratitude. That's your thoughts. What are you grateful for? It gives you perspective. There's a reason you list 5 pieces of gratitude first. Before you empty out other thoughts, we list the gratitude. It actually does this amazing shift and change in our mind and in our body. Then you move on to setting your priorities. Again, this is another way to basket clean your thoughts. You're actually having a limited space of what you're setting as a priority for the day. So you can't put all the things, you pick 4. Some people are like, 4 is even too much. They limit it down to 3. Now, the other components when we're doing self-talk that is positive, we are seeing 3 things within ourselves that we appreciate about ourselves. Again, this is picking those things out of the basket we need to hang on to. The same goes for nourishment, how we're going to nourish our body that day, and the end, which is our big goal that we're working on. This really helps you to kind of have the cubbies, right? So I picture my kids basket cleaning and they'd have everything had a set space. So what the morning motivation journal does is gives you the set space. If that's something that interests you, I just want to encourage you right now that in the show notes, I'm linking the shop to the journal. This daily practice can be one of the pieces that you utilize for basket cleaning your thoughts. Maybe the dump journal might serve you better, and it's a situational thing, and you just need a piece of paper, a pencil, a pen, and you just let all the thoughts out and then go back over them. I think this practice can be so helpful. So whether you're a mom with little ones and you just got set on that, oh my gosh, I'm going to use the basket cleaning, get that toy room clean, get their room clean, whatever it is, like this is magic. Or you take it another step and you say, I'm going to basket clean my thoughts. I'm going to let those thoughts all out. I'm going to put them all down on paper and then go through the evaluation process and keep the ones I want to keep, get rid of the ones, reframe, put together what I need to do with my own thoughts. That's going to serve me best. Or maybe the idea of just an open journal is too much for you and you like something that is a little bit more structured and gives you a set purpose. Grab the morning motivation journal. I created it with this in mind, a place where you can really separate your thoughts, have a structure, and also end the time in the journal, whether that's, it took you 5 minutes, it took you 10 minutes in your morning, it took you 20 minutes, whatever that was, but feeling motivated for your day, feeling good to step into whatever your day has for you. All right, here's to all the basket cleaning. The toy room's getting cleaned up, the bedroom things getting put away, and our thoughts getting sorted out and put where they belong. Until next week, ladies. Hey, ladies, I'm not really sure how your mornings look, but I'm wondering if you could use an influx of motivation. Yeah, where you just feel so motivated to head into your day. Well, I have the answer for you. I have created the morning motivational journal to do this for you. It has 5 components that are going to not only increase your motivation in the morning, but last throughout the day. You start off with gratitude, set your priorities, increase positive self-talk, set your intentions for nourishment, and a reminder for a big, audacious, focused goal. If this is something you know you need in your life, head into the show notes now, click Morning Motivation Journal, and purchase yours today. Or you can just head to www.healthcoach4life.com/shop.